Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of ManView. As always, I'm Gary. I'm going to be your host, and we have another review here today for another solar light. I'm kind of becoming the solar light god of the internet. I just love having a lot of solar lights around the house. Just number one for accent, for color, security. And if you guys have seen the channel, and most of you realize literally have a whole section of just solar lights listed on there, colored, ones that have motion detection on them, ones are just steady, and so on. So let's take a look at this product here. This is a pack of 4. It's only 39 bucks, which I thought right out of the gate is a good deal to have 4 spotlights, 2 for the front, 2 for the back, maybe 1 for each side of the house, stairways, and so on. They are obviously solar powered. They are waterproof, and these are great for garden accenting, or if you have a fence that you want to accent the light on, or stairs, or a private entrance to a house or apartment. These are perfect because as soon as the sun goes down, these guys turn on and they just stay on. So they're not security lights in regards to motion detection. They don't turn off and on. As soon as it gets dark, these guys go on until the battery dies off, or it becomes light out, and it then obviously turns off and starts recharging all over again. So I'm going to go into some of the features here. Here's the company, just in case I didn't point it out a little bit earlier, right over here. So you can click and actually go to their store. I'm going to give it the old college try, and I think I'm going to try to pronounce its name. I think it's going to be FINPYFEI. FINPYFEI. FINPYFEI? FINPYFEI. I'm going to go with that. If not, you just click on this link, go check out their store. They have a ton of other really cool stuff there as well. And as always, guys, I will put the link in the description below with some other ones that are not the same as this one, but similar to this that I use for my house. You've seen them in the videos; they're still there. Ones that have color, rotating, motion detection in them, so a little bit different than this one. You can check out the links below in there. So as I said before, $39 was an awesome price. It's fairly new, this product, to Amazon, which I'm super excited about, and it's already reviews are starting to come in at 4.7. I'm going to give it the same rating of 4.7. I don't have a 0.3 reason not to give it a perfect 5, other than I haven't had the product that long enough. You guys know that I don't take a product, use it for 1 or 2 days, and then all of a sudden, bang, oh, this product is amazing. We all know that products work great for the first 2, 3 days, maybe even a couple of weeks, and then issues start showing up. I've had this product for almost a month, and it's working incredibly. I know that's not a long period of time, but it's a decent amount of time to get some good testing on it in regards to how long does it charge, how long does the light stay on in different modes, and we'll get into that in just a minute. So what I'd like to do is kind of point out some of the features they have here right on Amazon. The link's below if you want to jump over here later and grab it, and grab yourself. Now, they also come in a 2-pack. So the nice thing about that is you can get them in a 2-pack, or you can get them in a 4-pack like we have here. So the first thing, as I pointed out over here, is that it is waterproof, which is pretty common for most outdoor lighting. I don't think any of us are going to be shocked by that. 24-hour period on here. I've gotten, I think, over 11 and a half to 12 hours on medium light settings. So there's 3 modes to this. You have high, you have medium, and you have low. So on high, I got about 10 hours out of it, which was phenomenal. And then medium gave me like 11 and a half, and I got a little over 12 with low. So I thought that was phenomenal. Here, obviously, they're claiming it's frost resistant. So I haven't had a chance to test it in the snow, because at the time of this recording, it is June 7th, 2022, here in New York on Long Island. So I haven't tested it out in the snow yet, but I always come back and do an update video about 6 months after a product has been released. The one thing I'm going to point out here, you see on the video, see the snow on top of your panel, on top of the charging panel on top? That means that light, as we all know, it's not going to charge all that well because the snow is blocking it. In one of my other videos that's linked below, where I tell you to always tilt that head slightly up or all the way down so that rain and snow and debris can wash off of it, so it's always in the sun and gets as much as it can to recharge. It's heat resistant. Well, we're going to test it. We're going to find out throughout the summer, but it's up for a month. We've had some pretty hot weather, over 80 degrees, and so far, so good. The one thing I'm going to tell you here is that the top of this, let me just bring this back to here. So some regards to how bright it is, the lamp beads, it's 2,835. That's quite high compared to most. So if you don't know what that means, I don't have to go into details about it. Let me just tell you, it's much stronger than pretty much any other landscaping solar light that I've had, either the chance to either see in person or actually test in person. So the photoelectric conversion rate really means the amount of sun it's bringing into the solar panel and converts it into energy for light. This is about 10% brighter and stronger than most lights, as you can see over here. And this is accurate. I can tell you this is on their post, so I know that may sound a little bit slated, but they're actually correct. If I look, I'll find a 12 to 16% conversion rate on most other products in regards to the lamp, the brightness, the size, and so on. So this is what it would look like in most other lights. Let's say a doorway. This is the sample they gave compared to theirs, which, and I'm going to show you not only still pictures, but live video, that this shows it is true to form. So you're going to love what you see on the lights here. Okay, so, excuse me. I've been fighting a hoarseness in my throat for the last few days with the pollen coming in, so I apologize. So I love the technology behind this lamp. And just on the right side over here, just the layers and how it's built, super weather sealed all around. I just doubled and triple checked it myself. The two lens capping on top of it and breaks out those LED lights into sectional, which really gives a good spread of the light. So you see these little like white areas where the little LED lights are inside of it. They're built that way so that when the light comes out, it spreads further, as opposed to other lights that just have the LEDs as a flat panel behind the glass. It just kind of shoots straight and it doesn't really spread. This does a phenomenal job at spreading the light, and I'll show you that in just a minute or so. So over here, it just gives you the height of it as it gets about 6 to 7 inches, depending if you're using the stake in the ground. So the other great thing about this light, and I don't know for sure if other solar lights like this type that fall into this category have it, but I haven't really looked around, so I can't say it does or it doesn't. But what I am going to tell you I love about it is there's two ways you can mount this. You can mount it obviously with the stake in the ground, and there's its pedestal with the light right here on the right. It does have the 360-degree ball lock that snaps into it. You can spin that thing all the way around any way you need to have it. And it's got a 120-degree pitch on it, so you can tilt it obviously all the way up and pretty much mostly all the way down. Or I shouldn't say all the way down, but 120 degrees down. And there's just your straight view at it. So the three adjustable modes here are high, medium, and low, as I said before. Over behind here on the light, on the panel itself, the cool thing about this, which is something I have not seen in any other solar light that falls into this category, is that you can actually charge these lights with a USB cable. So if you have a laptop, you want to plug it in, or you have one of those little wall plugs, you can plug in the USB in the back of this and you can automatically charge it up, just for some reason in case you need this light active instantly and you didn't have any sunlight or you didn't get a chance to charge it, which I thought was a great option to have. A little bit further down over here is the on-off switch. Again, it's behind the panel head, and one click, will turn it on. That'll start off in this brightest mode, and then another click will put it into its medium light mode, and its third click will put it into its low light mode. So let me pop over here. Whoops, I'm gonna go too far off. So low light mode here, 25 hours. The issue, I can't tell you if it's 25 hours, is because it's not dark for 25 hours. So I can't tell you if it works straight for 25 hours. So I can tell you in low light, it lasted the entire night. I had a camera on it at night and it showed it lighting up as soon as the sun went down. And as soon as the sun came back up, the light automatically turned off. So I didn't have it in darkness for full 25 hours. And then in medium light, it says 15 hours. Again, it lasted the entire night in medium light, which was real nice. I'm going to show you stills and live video of that. And also in highlight, there we go. In highlight, it's brand new. Remember, it's only it's only 4 weeks old, so it's a month old. And I got like 10 hours out of it on high. Some nights it was like 9 hours, somewhere in there. It's because maybe it was a little cloudy that day. It wasn't all that sunny, things like that. So that's going to affect your charging time. So on high mode, it says it's going to last about 8 hours. As time goes on and these things get older, they stop becoming a year old and so on. We all know that sometimes that battery could diminish a little bit. And even though it's getting solar light and it's getting charged each day, just like your cell phones and anything else that has a battery in it, they just don't last as long as they used to when they were brand new. So right now they're still pushing past 9 hours for me on the highest setting. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to point out is this. So you can obviously put these in the ground, stake them, tilt them up and down, and I'm going to show you that's how I did mine. But I love this. I didn't get a chance to do it, but I'm going to do it and add on to this video. I promise you that. Is I love the fact that I don't have to use the stake and I can just mount this on the side of my house, pointing down at the gate, pointing at the garbage cans, on the lights on the side of my house. That keeps all the raccoons and possums away because they don't like the light on the garbage cans. It's a great way to keep them off of there and stuff. Or just in different pathways where you want to get overhead lighting pointing down. Okay, so I think that's just an awesome option to have. So without further delay, let's jump in and take a look at some of the still pictures I had and some of the motion pictures that I had. Motion pictures, what is this, 1918? Motion. Some of the video I have of the of the lights and how I use them as not only accent lighting, but just to light up some beautiful areas in my yard. So this is how it came packed. It's fairly small. So this is the 4-piece set. You can get these in a 2-piece set as well. They have 50,000 hours of burn time on them, so that's quite a bit. It also comes not only with the stakes for the ground, but it comes with some hardware to mount them on the wall if you want, which is great for like over the fences, pointing down at doorways, onto garbage cans, pathways. I like having that option, being able to mount these lights off the ground. Those are the 4 stakes it comes with, and obviously you have a little pamphlet with the instructions on some specs and shows you how to mount them on the wall as well as on the ground and how to change the modes, which is just a button on the back of the head. These are the stems, so that connects the stake that goes in the ground and the ball nut that attaches to the head. So each light comes with a USB cable, so you can just plug it in, snap the other into a block, and plug it in your wall. It takes about maybe like an hour to charge it, as opposed to it, being in the sun all day and waiting for it to charge. And here's the head itself. So it is a plastic head. It's not glass. It's not that tempered glass. It is plastic. So we all know after a few years, sometimes those plastic ones discolor. They get a little gray and foggy, and they don't really work as well as they used to. And we'll find out if this one holds up to that over the next few months or a couple of years. I usually always do a review and see an update and see how these things worked out. Little notice on the front. Make sure you read that. Just peels right off. I double checked the seal on this because that always seems to be an issue, but they have a double seal around there with the screws that really hold it in well, so it's very well sealed up. So there's a screw where the ball nut, you just unscrew it to the left, snap the ball stem in there and just retighten it back up, and the USB charger on the right and your on-off power on the left side. Just get your nail in there and kind of pop it out and then use the USB cable, plug it in. You'll probably get it fully charged within about an hour, so it does it rather quickly. And then your on-off button, click it once, brings it into bright mode instantly. One more time goes into medium mode, and the third time goes into low mode. One more time after that will actually turn it off. They give you the hardware to mount these if you want to do a wall mount as opposed to the ground mount. And then the other 3 heads are packed well in here. So this is kind of just showing you how it was put together. I just unscrewed that nut and then snapped the ball nut into it. So always take a look here where the crosshairs are. inside the stem and make sure they line up with the ones on the actual stake. Sometimes people don't look, they just jam these things in and don't realize that you're supposed to line them up. And you're going to wind up cracking or breaking it. And that's it. So you can see here, I have this on my front yard, and it's about a 8-foot planter bed. And believe it or not, this is on medium. It's not even on high. This is in my backyard. I have 2 lights, one here on the bottom planter. And again, that's on medium. And I got that pointing at my palm tree. And then I got one in the palm tree pointing at my tiki bar, which is actually set on low. And was just enough to give a little shadowy and accent to my tiki bar. This one here is just a still picture of it, again, on my front yard. This is another angle of it on my front yard to a different area. Believe it or not, this is on the same picture, but it's actually on medium. That's how different the lights look from one mode to the other. And this is a live video of it in all 3 modes. So right now we're at the brightest mode. Walk over here, and I'm just going to tap the button one more time in the back and let my camera readjust. And now this is in medium mode. You see how dark it is off to the right? And then I'm going to step up to it one more time, and I'm going to push the button for the 3rd time, and that's going to put it into low mode.
Thanks for watching. As always, remember, subscribe to the channel, click on it, click on the little bell notification so every time that we put a new video out, you'll get alerted about it. If you have any comments and feedback, I'd love to hear from you. Drop your comments below. If you have any questions about the product, by all means, put it in the comments below and I'll be glad to answer them for you. As always, I will put a link to the product so you can click on it, go to it, read other reviews about it, or purchase it if you happen to like it. Until next time, guys, watch ManView over and over and over again like binge TV.